but if you close your eyes.
Hello there, gamers and fellow adventurers of the Seven Seas. Havok Gaming here, and I am going to be bringing you something a little bit different. Now, I'm usually a guy, I do PvP all day whenever I'm online. I don't adventure, I don't do trade much, I do maritime. So, I thought I would share my knowledge of what I have on the side of the maritime thing. Now, what I'm going to do today is show you how to grind your cannon skills the best way at a lower level, so you don't have to go to Ganondorf, try to fight a whole bunch of ships, and unless you have the right ship and the right levels and right skill ranks, you're not going to be able to make it very easy. Now you can do battle report quests, and yeah, you can get your skill ranks up that way, but this quest has been the easiest way to do skill ranks for the cannon skills. Now what you'll first want to do is come to Tunis, and you'll want to make sure that you're in the right job. I recorded this once, had to scrap it all because I wasn't in the right job. Now my best advice would be get Cannoneer, but it takes level 28 in order to have. So if you're below level 28, and you're above 20, I would go for Bounty Hunter. Now Bounty Hunter has pretty much everything except for accuracy, so that's why Cannoneer is a lot better. It has accuracy, reloading, penetration, ballistics, gunnery. If you had it, but this is a lot harder because you have to be level 28 and you have to be total level 50. And if you're level 28, you might as well just go for Cannoneer because of the exact same thing. Now I have several different jobs here, but for today, my example, I will be using the Cannoneer job. Then from there, you want to come over to the Mediator in Tunis and take a quest called, it's not on the list because I left before. You'll want to find the quest called the Officer's Request. In order to pull it, you need to get to Gunnery rank 5, which if you have been doing anything with the battle school, then Gunnery 5 would be halfway done, probably. So, you'll get the Officer Request. You're in the right job, you got the right quest, now it's just to get the quest set up for you. So you leave the Maritime Guild. And right over there, there's the people you need to talk to. You'll come over here and talk to the officer first. Which he's not going to activate for me because I already have the quest ready. But you'll talk to the officer first, and then you'll talk to the soldier. And then after that, you're ready to go. I will show you my setup that I have for my ship whenever I go to do this. I use a turtle for this so they don't run out of ammo and try to melee me. I will run rapid fire 10s because they shoot really quick and you're able to get more shots in, which means more proficiency. And with me, I run skill notes, which give 5 skills that you have a plus 20% skill boost, like getting proficiency for it. And then I'll run a 50% skill boost for every skill that I have. So in my skill notes, I will, if I'm doing this, I will put gunnery, ballistics, accuracy, penetration, and then if I have to do an evasion grind, I will go on and throw evasion. It's in here right now because I'll be doing an evasion grind later on, so I'm gonna go on and have it ready. Now, the only thing I can increase by doing this is accuracy, penetration, and gunnery, which everything other than evasion and penetration is refined, so I've already maxed it out once. Then for my loadout, I'll take somewhere around 500 lumber, 400 ammo, and because I'm in a turtle ship, I really don't have to worry about that much. Make sure I have the full crew, and then I will 2x speed the travel through the waters to the quest, so that way you'll be able to see where I'm going. And I will rejoin you here in a few minutes. Alright guys, I am back, and we are approaching where we find the fleet that captures us, that ambushes us. They are usually located right in this area, right over here on the right side of the screen. Now I will be going through some of the skills and why they're so important after I show you what you're doing to get the grind set up. I'll be going through some of the skills, help you understand why they are important, why they're important to max rank them. And I should be getting ambushed at any point in time right now. Right there it is. When this fleet spawns, you will get a spawn of either 4 to 6 ships, and what you'll want to instantly do, as soon as you get into combat, you'll want to flip your ship around and start heading towards that ring. So make sure in your settings you have the battle ring turned on, so you can see that ring. Now as I start to approach the edge, I will start to lower my sails by pressing the S key. And right there, I will drop them completely and anchor. And I retreated. I should have went on and made my turn quicker, so I will 2x speed this again and come back whenever I get the capture again. This time we got another 4. The 4 is the worst you can get, but your grinding skills so don't really matter too much. It just means you'll have to retreat sooner than later. Because no matter what, the guy with the head over there, right there, you never want to attack him. Because if you kill him, the quest is over. You can't farm this quest for the grinding capability. Now, again, I'll be approaching the ring and start lowering my sails now. I'll actually anchor this time so I can kind of get closer without going out of it. Plus it gives them a little bit of time to catch up while I get this whole thing, get myself into position. I will pan up to be a top-down view right here. And I will go on and anchor right here. Then it's pretty much just wait for them to come on over. And while they're coming over, I will sit there and start getting my skills ready, which would be accuracy, penetration, and ballistics. Now what they're going to do, they're going to try getting ready to get to where they can shoot crit shots on me. But once they get to a certain point, they'll lower the sails like he did right there. So, you have him, he lowered his sails, he didn't have a good shot, so he picked up his sails again. But now knowing that they are all going over there, I will do this. And I will adjust what I'm doing based on what they had just finished. So right there, that guy's going to come to get a crit shot on me. So I will adjust my rotation there. And now we're ready. So what you'll want to do is you want to target whichever one's furthest away. But you cannot target the Admiral. And you will just fire. You fire constantly. It's like every 2 seconds with using rapid fires. You don't have to use rapid fires, but I prefer it because the more shots you fire, the quicker the proficiency will gain. So now I'll make a slight adjustment to my rotation here. As soon as my ship registers me turning. And then I will set up to start shooting again. Which I'm doing too much, he's way too close to me. That guy's gonna change his location. Because I just went out of his attack range. So, I just keep on firing, and eventually you will take them out one at a time. And then once you get to where this guy, the guy with the head is left, you'll retreat, go back and sail around until they capture you again and do the same setup. Now, I don't ever use reloading because with a high gunnery rank, it increases the rate in which your cannons reload. So a high gunnery skill will counterbalance having a reloading skill. Now gunnery high rank and reloading high rank, and you can do a lot of cannon fire really quick. So I mean, if you're wanting to shoot real quick, then having reloading high level is useful. Now accuracy, it is one of the most important skills in the cannon fire game. Accuracy increases the amount of damage and the range in which you can shoot at, like closer to you. I will turn off accuracy real quick and then I will turn it back on so that way you can see the range. Well, it's about to turn off right now anyway. Without accuracy, this circle right here, this half circle right here, I cannot shoot anything from my ship to that circle. So I will put on accuracy and it closes that distance a lot. So having a high accuracy makes it closer to your ship. So it's important to get it up in a high rank so that way you can shoot closer to you And the closer you are to somebody, the more damage you do. So basically accuracy is what gives most of your damage. Now the next important one, in my opinion, is to make sure you have penetration. Penetration, you don't have to cap it out at 20, but an R20 penetration and R20 accuracy together, you hit for a lot higher than the penetration power of your cannons. Penetration adds a certain percentage onto the accuracy and penetration power of the cannon. So the two of them together, they work so well together that if you are not in a defensive mode, I would run penetration, ballistics, and accuracy, because you can shoot further out, you can shoot further in, and you can do a lot more damage. Which brings to ballistics. Ballistics is the outer circle over there, that outside line. The higher the ballistics, the further that line gets extended. Now as soon as I kill this, I will kill this ship right here. I will take off my ballistic skill and I will show you what a R15 ballistics does to the range. That's the range of my cannons right now. That's the base range. So then as soon as I click on for ballistics to turn on, it almost doubles that. So very important. It allows you to be able to shoot from a further distance away. Now, these other two are not in my range, so I will come and make some slight changes to my location and get this guy back here in my range. Right there, he's in my range, so I started to fire and he went on and moved. So that is one downside to NPCs. They will move on you. So now it's just waiting for him to come around and get back into the location where I can shoot him. Now if you'll pay attention down in if you've paid attention to the party chat, you'll see how quickly accuracy just got 50 points in accuracy. That's why it notified me that. And then you can count the shots in between each one to when accuracy triggers again of getting another 50 points. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like 5 or 6 shots. So I mean, every 5 to 6 shots you're getting accuracy plus 50, and you're getting almost every single shot you're getting a gunnery proficiency notification, a penetration notification, a ballistics notification, an accuracy. It just goes on. Now the only downside to rapid fires is whenever you're being shot at, they take a lot of damage, so the rapid fire tins will break pretty quick. Now sometimes you don't want to, if you don't want to kill them too quick and you just want to leave penetration off, turn on reloading and you will start getting reloading proficiency instead of penetration. But for me, I do not need reloading, so I will always be using penetration. And right here I was going to repair my ship so I can prepare for retreating. The downside is that the cannons are causing leaking damage, so you're losing a lot of your cannon fire due to them leaking. So the leaking keeps on doing 11 to 20 damage every single time it triggers. See right there, boom, he's dead. Now you can take a few pop shots at him if you really want. I'll go on and do that, but see, 145 because he's so close. So I'm not going to go on, I'm just going to go on retreat. And it's at this point where you retreat You retreat, and then you will come back to this area where you just fought them, and you will wait for them to trigger another capture. And you just keep doing that until you get your ranks to where you want them at, or your cannons are done, and all your cannons are broke. You just keep on doing that over and over and over again until you have your desired rank. I would say probably 1 to 2 days you could max out the first set of cannon skills to R15, and then be able to go to St. Petersburg, refine them, and do this all over again. So like 4 days and you can pretty much max your cannon skills. I'd say probably 4 days to a week, depending on the time that you have to invest in doing this. Me, I have quite a bit of time, so whenever I first did this, it took me a day and a half, and I went from like rank 5 area to rank 15 and was able to refine them. Now, I'm planning on doing an evasion grind. Well, I can't do an evasion grind. I'm planning on showing you all how to do an evasion grind here shortly. My evasion is maxed out, so I can't really show you how often you get evasion proficiency, but I can show you how to do the grind properly so that way you can max out your evasion. So look forward to that next video. It should be coming out tomorrow, some point in time tomorrow. I will be doing a live stream, a few live streams here soon, of starting a new character and going through the opening troubles of new players trying to make it in this game. Because the learning curve is really hard, so I really want to try to help new players by providing these videos so they can see what they could do to be able to make it easier on their life and be able to get at least halfway there to being able to play with some of the top players in the game. So hopefully I will see you for that video. Well, hopefully I will see you in the live stream, and that you check out the evasion grind video if you have not already done the evasion grind. But until then, I'm going to head back to Tunis. I will probably abandon the quest for now, so that way I can do the evasion quest to be able to get that grind started up for you guys. And until next time, stay safe on the high seas.